and it did have a different name originally, but now it's known as An Experience to Die For.
Mm-hmm.
What made you choose An Experience to Die For?
Youn Yuh-jung, she's
Mhm.
the main character in
Yeah.
that movie. She won Oscar for Minari,
Minari.
2021, the
Mhm.
year. And she's such a, like, she's the Meryl Streep of Korea, you know?
Yeah.
So any movie she's in, I will watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good find. Like, how did you recognize her face on
Yeah.
the poster?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what that's what
Yeah.
that's so cool. Yeah, I mean, we have some really cool Korean films. Like, we actually have a really nice collection of Korean films in our Korean cinema section.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I had not seen yet. I think I'd seen the poster, but I never watched it for sure, and I didn't know. And then if I saw that it was from 1990, I probably wouldn't have picked to watch it myself either, because it's just I like watching some of the newer stuff that I've been able to watch, like some of the Korean films, like The Policeman's Lineage is one of my favorite ones, with Choi Woo-shik and Cho Jin-woong. Incredible film. And there was also oh gosh, forgetting the name of it right now. But again, we have a lot of really good Korean films that we've been able to bring over. We actually have one coming soon called Next Sohi. I'm not sure if you've seen that one or heard that one. That one's we're gonna be able to get that on Momi 2 here soon.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. It's actually playing right now in theaters here in the States.
Okay.
There's one in Buena Park that's playing in. There's one in LA it's playing in. So really cool. But this film, An Experience to Die For, originally from 1990, it was not released in 1990 though. So the director, Kim Ki-young, he went to release the film and tried to get it approved to release, and it didn't get approved. Right? You can imagine, right, with the topics that go on in this film. And then he tried again in 1995, and it didn't get approved again. And then he died. And it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. But so he passed away, I think, in 97. And then someone petitioned again to get his film up, and it actually got released in 98.
Wow.
After he passed away. So like, it's interesting. This is like one of the first things I've ever heard of a film being like not being able to be released.
Yeah.
Now, obviously because of the Korean culture, and like they couldn't let this film be released at that time in the 90s.
Right.
Like today it would be fine.
Yeah.
But like in the 90s it was a lot.
Yeah.
And so to then have it finally be released 8 years later, it's wild.
Yeah.
So but director Kim Ki-young, I feel like he did a really good job with this film. I mean, it's
Sorry.
it is
Yeah.
it is a funny film because if you think it's from the 90s, so like some of the stuff, and we're going to talk about it,
Yeah.
it's a very interesting storyline, but it's also just there's some things in the film that happen that kind of just make you laugh when you listen to it, especially like the sounds that happen. So, but why did you choose this film outside of like the actress? Like, what made you choose like the fact that it was an older film? Like, do you like watching older Korean films? Like, because now it's like it's 2025. This is a 35-year-old movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, do you still watch like older Korean films, or do you like more of the newer stuff?
It's just that Moment 2 didn't have selections that I wanted. That's the truth.
I guess
you can cut that out. Okay,
I guess we
yeah.
don't have a Korean section.
No, I actually loved watching the old Korean movies because it just shows what they try to break through, you know, like artistically, yeah, thank you. And 90s is the time when I was, my childhood, you know, so it reminds me of the time when I was in Korea. And I think the director was really famous, actually, Kim Ki-young.
Yep.
He was very famous. I just didn't get to watch any of his movies. And it was good to finally watch his movie. Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like he really pushed the envelope with his films.
Yes. Yeah.
Which, I mean, taking a risk and doing that stuff. I mean, he took a risk big on this one because it never got released in his lifetime. But what stood out to you about this film? Like, after watching it, what stood out like big about this to you?
just the two women relationship between two women, which was never covered in any of the old Korean cinema.
Yeah.
Which made me really want to watch it, and I think it delivered. Like I've never watched this kind of movie. Now, even now, I guess it's popular now. Like women as a lead.
And that may be why, because of societal norms, that is the reason why the film never made it out. Because maybe the government or whatever didn't want to push women empowerment and being not just the lead of a film, but just being the fact that they were literally shutting down these men.
Right.
I mean, in a unique way.
Yes.
Very unique way.
Yeah.
The sounds. We have to mention the sounds in the film. There's some very unique things that took place. Obviously, the sexual sounds is just they were not normal. They were definitely dubbed in after, right? I mean, did that throw you off? Like, was that weird? Like,
I was turned on.
I think my favorite sound though of the whole film was the horses. It's so to paint a picture from and you guys need to go watch this if you're listening. An experience to die for. There's a moment where there's sex scenes that are happening numerous times throughout the movie, and there's a lot of implied things, but the one implication is that a man finishing is driven by the sound of galloping horses and the it just made me laugh every time it happened.
It zoomed into the painting of the horse.
It would go from just like this male Korean butt, just big booty, thrusting, and then go up to the wall, the wallpaper, and every room seemed to have horses.
The one that I liked was the boiling water.
Yes.
Like a glass pot, and then the water is in it, and it was like boiling, and then just the background of two people having sex, and it just zoomed to this boiling water.
Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
When the horses were going, that was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But as far as the main characters, right? You have the two women, and I put so you can say what the main Youn Yuh-jung.
Youn Yuh-jung.
Yeah. Youn Yuh-jung.
Mm.
Okay. Best actress, supporting role, Minari. Phenomenal. She and the other lead, she's lesser known. She actually didn't have any more titles to her.
No.
I've never seen her in anything else.
Mm-mm.
There was another Kil-soo Hyun, which was he's in The Last Witness. So he's done some other stuff as well. He was one of the husbands. But the main character, the main female, obviously being from Minari, she's played some really wild characters throughout her time. And she actually played like a grandmother prostitute, right? Like doing this where she's literally trying to kill her husband for life insurance money. Is really kind of the premise of this
in
film.
the movie.
In this movie,
Yes.
yeah. So just some really wild characters. I mean, she's taken it on, and it's nice to see her that she was appreciated in 2021 with Minari.
Yeah.
But she's had a really long career, but she just did an incredible performance. That really stood out to me was her performance in this film. I mean, even though she was like, it was funny almost moments where or kind of impressive where she was being her character and leading her character, but she almost felt like she was leading the other female lead too. Like she was almost like bringing her character up and like saying like, "Hey, let's go, girl. We got to get rolling." Right. So what other moments in the film that stood out to you?
I just liked when it gets the main can I tell the story or the main character like
you can tell the story, just not the ending, right?
Right.
The big thing is that we don't want to have any spoilers. Is what we try to not have. But go ahead.
Okay, so Youn Yuh-jung is trying to make the other woman kill her own husband, right? And it just the other woman is so scared of committing murder.
Yeah.
And then Youn Yuh-jung was just like slapping her. Get a hold of yourself. Just do it. And I thought that was just funny.
And
Yeah.
and again, the sounds of the slapping, so fake. Like it was just like the complete the Foley sound stages were being used, right? Just getting you have this big slap and all. You don't even know if they even hit the person's face or not, and you just hear this like just this, it does not sound. It's like it literally sounds like two hands clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And not on at the time, like it's not even synced. I feel like the person is hitting and the sound is coming before or the after the.
Yeah. Do you feel like looking at this film from today's perspective, does it feel more Korean or does it feel more of a universal story?
I mean, I don't know if it's a universe. For me, it was a Korean story. Yeah.
Just I'm more so saying like the universal like understand like back then like it would definitely be a Korean film, right?
Yeah.
Like but today like most society norms are like that women are empowered and women are strong, right? So
Right.
it almost seems a little more universal to more than just the Korean culture in the sense, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because even in the 90s, like even American women like were still fighting for, equal opportunity or like even being just dominant in a relationship or being a boss, right? Being
Right.
like equal opportunity within work. And so like it seems like it's a little more universal today, right? It's not just like I think if someone that was like an American, for instance, would be to watch this movie, they could really relate to it still.
Yeah. I think that's why Parasite took off so much
Mm-hmm.
because of the capitalism. It's just universal right now.
Yeah,
Probably.
but Parasite was made, in 2019.
Right,
I
right, right.
believe. So
You're
like
right.
the fact
Yeah,
that it's a newer story, the fact that this is made from 1990,
Yeah.
it's wild that I was able to watch it and kind of understand like, oh, like yeah, this could be like a story that could happen today.
Absolutely.
Like it could be remade in a sense, right? And
Absolutely.
still be something that would be relatable.
Yeah.
Even though there are some cultural differences in the sense like where the woman can't get pregnant, right? And then they
Yeah.
divorce her because even not just the guy divorces her, his family comes in and divorces her and says you
Yeah.
can't be part of the family. Like
But I think that still happens, no?
not here.
Oh, not in not
not
America.
here. Yeah,
Okay,
it's not. So maybe that if that still happens in Korea, like I don't know.
But I think women still feels inadequate if they can't get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's totally not true. But like,
I agree with that from that standpoint for
Yeah.
sure. I'm just talking about like the families coming in and like divorce. Like my family is divorcing you, not just me.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It was weird to see like the parents come into the room and be part of that conversation.
Because it's just Asia. We think it in whole, like
Mm-hmm.
in a group. We have to represent the group. We have to make decision in groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really interesting because again, I didn't get a chance like Craig to live in Korea, so I haven't got a chance to experience this culture firsthand. I just have a really good buddy of mine that's Korean, so like when we were talking on Instagram, you were like, "Oh, like you know some Korean words? How do you know these words?" And like I don't know how to pronounce them properly sometimes, but yeah, I really I grew up with him, so I kind of heard his family talking in Korean sometimes, and always wondering like what was going on, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't have what's it called? We didn't have Duolingo
Google, yeah.
back then. So, and we didn't have Korean as an opportunity. We'd only had like Spanish and French in high school to learn. So,
Yeah. Do you still keep in contact?
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's a buddy of mine. He lives in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, we were able to have it was like a couple years ago. We were able to get together and have dinner and catch up. So,
Yeah.
but we're both adults now and got lives, and so it's hard to get together.
There's this saying in Korean. We call it chong, and it's called like we're connected. We are friend, but it goes way beyond like what's the present.
Yeah,
Even in the past lives we were friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we say brother from another mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that about right? That's equivalent. Pretty close. Awesome. Well, as far as this film, would you recommend it to other people to watch? Like, is that something that?
I highly recommend it as a date
Is it?
date movie to turn your if you want to turn your lady on, put this movie on.
And make sure that you record the horses and have that play every time. towards the end of the night. Thanks for spending your time with us today on the More For Me and You podcast. If you've made it to the end, we appreciate you. Now, go do us a quick favor. Please like, comment, and share this episode. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode with the incredible guests we have coming up. You can also follow us at Momi2 Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. Oh, and for your next movie night, check out the Momi2 app. It's free and packed with amazing movies and shows you've probably never seen. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the pod.